Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, Axel Scratch here, playing not exactly a game per se. I was told that this is basically, like the title says, a story generator. Generate your own story. The game, quote unquote, will be in the description below. Concept and graphics by Morgan Hawk. Hopefully I'm saying that last name right and it's not Hawkeye or anything. So let's just start. Select a world. Modern day fantasy, space, anime, futuristic, historical. Out of all of these, I've stuck between anime and fantasy and space. I like all three. Modern day, not so much historical. I don't like history and futuristic. Seems a little cliche for this kind of thing. So let's go fantasy. Select a genre. You know, I like this music. It's really interesting. Now, for fantasy, normally we don't have horror, gothic, or sci-fi. Since it's a sci-fi fantasy, but it's already fantasy already. So let's pick either romance or mystery. Now, what happens in fantasy, anime, or fantasy related stuff, there's a lot of mystery in it. So I'm gonna click mystery. Select an action. There's combat, violence, which I'm not sure what's the difference between those two. Magic, romance, sport, suspense, and paranormal. Since we did not pick the horror, I don't think paranormal would make more sense. So we either do sports, suspense, magic, or romance. You know what? Let's just put a little romance in there. Select a style: comedy, tragedy, or drama. I don't like tragedy as much. I'm more of a happy, not a Romeo and Juliet. So let's go comedy. Select a lead character. Since I'm a dude, obviously. Yes, I'm a guy. Don't even think about making a joke about that. Let's put male. Select a companion for your lead character. Since we are male, let's just female, you know? Select a troublemaker to annoy your lead character. Since usually rivals happen to be the same gender in a lot of games like Pokemon, I'm going to pick a male. Select a villain to threaten your lead character. Since we have an annoying person as male, let's put a villain as female. Story. The story. Once upon a time, gorgeous and compelling master tailor, troubled by a secret past in which they were evil. Love causes more crimes than any other emotion. The Master Tailor's closest friends was a curious madam demonic advocate who'd broken a mirror. The Master Tailor's worst enemy, however, was a cute and popular rug maker's miss, who had a very short and very violent temper. Next page. One day, while the Master Tailor's friend, the madam demonic advocate, they just really want to hammer this into us, was sitting on the rooftop of a decaying palace in the exotic city, the Madam Demonic Advocate disappeared. Because an order had to be followed, and because the local authorities weren't being very helpful, the Master Tailor began to search for the missing Madam Demonic Advocate. However, the Master Tailor's work associate, an occasional drinking buddy, a slender skeletal, I'll just put whatever, water carrier lad, who had a habit of telling the absolute truth, no matter how uncomfortable it was, protested, saying that the search for the Madam Demonic Advocate should be left to the professionals. The Master Tailor refused to listen. Why am I a tailor? That's what I want to know. Shortly after beginning to retrace the Madam Demonic Advocate's steps. Do they have to say that every single time? I think we get who we're trying to follow. The Master Tailor ended up in the wheat fields. While there, the Master Tailor was blushingly offered a kiss by the shore. The authorities were rather annoyed by the kiss by the shore, to say the least. However then, okay, I'm so confused. However, the next day, while crossing the downs on the midnight ride, the Master Tailor raced to identify a bloody knife. Right in the middle of dealing with the bloody knife, their worst enemy, the rug maker's miss appeared. Immortal or amoral support you may have at any time. Moral support, however, is by appointment only. Comedy ensued, resulting in a marriage proposal. I'm so confused! Somebody tell me what's going on! With the master tailor's admittedly grudging acceptance, the rug maker's miss helped with the bloody knife. Then, together, they barely escaped being caught by a kidnapper. After assisting with the kidnapper, the rug maker's miss finally admitted to being there after blatantly ogling a certain someone's manly chest. Only months later, the last person the master tailor expected to see suddenly appeared. The water carrier lad. The water carrier lad angrily shouted, "Why couldn't you just leave well enough alone?" It kind of reminds me of the fairy godmother from Shrek 2. The water carrier lad had goaded them into a gift of lacy panties. I am so doing a different story after this. I gotta do another one. In the course of the events that followed, the master tailor was forced to face their secret past in which they were evil. After the master tailor and the rug maker's miss finally escaped the gift of lacy panties, the rug maker's miss made a pronouncement. I think we have our proprietor. I can't say words today. Your so-called friend, the water carrier lad, clearly had something to do with the Madam Demonic Advocate's disappearance. All we need to do is find the Madam Demonic Advocates. After a thorough examination of both the kidnapper and the bloody knife, they began a grueling race against time to find the Madam Demonic Advocates. I can't talk. Is too funny. I'm so confused. The Madam Demonic Advocate was finally found at the opera during intermission, a bit confused, but otherwise fine. So she was okay the whole time. What the heck is going on? Authorities had came to take the water carrier lad to jail. Why did you do it? Precisely because it was the wrong thing to do. Because I am evil, that's why. Don't you know? I'm evil. The end. Oh my gosh, I gotta make another. This is too good. No. I'm done. Show me the credits. I want a whole new story. I'm gonna do a whole new story. Start from the beginning. Select a world. I want anime. It's a school. I gotta do this. Select genre. Romance. Select action. Romance. Select the style. Comedy. Lead character. Male. Love interest. Female. Best friend. Female. Villain. Female. I gotta see this. This be fun. I also have to say I like the music. Let's take a second to just listen to this music. Okay, second number. Make me a story. The story. Somewhere in a modern-day Japan, there lived a deceptively cunning male English literature teacher who reunited with an old friend. That did not turn out well. Afterward, while on the moonlit deck of a sailboat, the male English what are you? Oh snap, I skipped it! Oh! I'm so terribly sorry! The following day, the male English lit teacher's best friend, a sly and cleverly sarcastic female football star. What? Couldn't resist teasing the male English literature teacher about the new romance. Things always seem impossible until someone actually does them. Giggity. So what about your stalker? The female football star wanted to know. The male English literature teacher personal stalker was a quiet and serious magical girl in a miniskirt who frequently tried to move in with them. interesting. Always the miniskirts. The male English literature teacher had no idea what to do about the magical girl in a miniskirt. Nothing had worked so far. He is trying to get into that miniskirt. He is a dirty, dirty, dirty man. Hopefully, hopefully the magical girl in the miniskirt wouldn't find out about the date later on with Biker Mom. That's the title, ladies and gentlemen. Biker Mom. At the appointed hour, the male English literature teacher met the Biker Mom, and they began a very enjoyable cross-dressing date. Why am I cross-dressing now? Suddenly, they're interrupted by the magical girl in miniskirt. Why use a hammer when you have a pile driver around? What is going on? What is going on here? The magical girl in the miniskirt then blackmailed them into accepting a brash and loud confession of love. Right in the middle of deceptively trying to defend themselves from the magical girl in a miniskirt, the male English literature teacher's best friend, the female football star, appeared. Comedy ensued, resulting in screaming laughter shared by all. Once the female football star succeeded in distracting the enraged magical girl in the miniskirt, the male English literature teacher and the Biker Mom finally escaped. Afterwards, the female football star admitted to being there after blatantly having their butt groped. I am loving this. Much later, while in a busy little coffee shop, or a cafe as they say, the male English literature teacher embraced the Biker Mom and offered another cross-dressing date. The Biker Mom gladly accepted. A few days later, while practicing on the track field, the male English literature... What? Track field? I'm an English literature teacher. Teacher's best friend. Oh, best friend. The female football star cornered the magical girl in the miniskirt. Unfortunately, an ex-lover rudely interrupted their romantic midnight walk on the beach. What? Wait, what? I thought it was the best friend and the magical girl. I thought they hated each other. Because of this, the female football star was gently teased about the brash and loud confession of love. Anybody else confused here? I'm so confused. You know what? I'm just gonna end this here. I'm sorry. I'm done. Show me the credits. That was the most... I don't know. What is going on here? Concept and graphics by this dude, whoever the heck you are. Created with Ren'Py. Of course it's Ren'Py. Epic Soul Factory. Wikipedia and image sources, all that, whatever. I should leave, like, everyone's Deviant Art in the description below. I shall do that. Made free, distributed free, fly, be free. And that is the end of this story generator. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sure I did. This was entertaining, weird, seems like somebody that isn't the best at making stories made this, but I really enjoyed it, especially that I kept on clicking the comedy one, and it did, in fact, make me laugh. So I hope you enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. And I salute you, and goodbye.